Hey, Agaho guys, it's time for another update video. I've been trying to make an update video for like the past month and a half and things kept happening to make it not happen. But I think the things that were causing it to be delayed are somewhat solved. So, what was causing the uncertainty was I was unsure whether or not I was going to end up moving out. And now I can confirm that I am, which allows me to now make this video because moving out has major implications for what we can do on the channel. Obviously it's going to be a different location, so that means a couple of things. For one thing, it means no train, which was our friend for the past 3 or 4 years. The train would occasionally pop up in the videos and would cause somewhat minor issues. And also, I guess there would be like different acoustics, I guess, with the room, because I'm kind of in like a cubby hole over here. I don't know, sounds might be different. We'll talk more about sounds being different in a second. But the other big thing is, if you've caught the last couple of my streams, you know that my internet here is, in a word, atrocious. It's because the company messed up with cables underground. We were supposed to be getting like 12 Mbps up and down at least, and we get like 6 down, which is tolerable, and 0.7 up, which is yeah, that's what we've been streaming on, and that's why the streams have been like 1 frame per second maybe. So I don't know, I'm not quite sure where I'm moving, but I'm moving away from here, closer to where I work, and there's no way it has worse internet, so it can only get better from here, otherwise I'm going to move somewhere else. So having better internet and also having a shorter commute to work and back means there's more hours in my day, and that means that we're able to A, stream, and B, have more time to stream. So that's going to be coming up for a couple of years ago, last year, probably 2 years ago. I probably didn't stream all of last year. We used to have a semi-regular streaming schedule of like Sunday and Wednesday, and I could probably go back to that. As for what we'll be streaming, I'll talk about that in a minute. Probably less than 10 of them. So those are the major implications for moving. It does mean I'm going to be out of commission again for the next couple of weeks, packing stuff up and getting all set up over there. But that's just how it's going to be. So the main thing I was going to make this video about before the whole moving thing happened, or if it didn't happen, it was that I am in the process of acquiring some tech upgrades. The first of which you can possibly hear right now. We have a new microphone. I finally caved and got like a mainstream YouTube microphone. I got a snowball, which I'm totally going to paint like a great ball, but I haven't painted it yet, so just gonna bust up some Sharpies or something. I'm not gonna go the full way and go up to a Yeti because, let's be honest, this is not exactly a professional channel. So we at least have a competent USB mic that hopefully will be decent for at least a year. Anyway, on top of that, this past weekend, with major shout-outs to Diamond Brother Cayman for helping me out with this, as well as Blah and Kote and some other guys. Xerxes had some input too. Finally, I ordered a new PC, a legitimate actual computer. Now, context for this being, I haven't had a desktop. The last desktop I had, we got in December, Christmas 2000. Just flat 2000. Like, yeah, I was in like 7th grade. And yeah, they've come a long way since Windows ME. So with help from Cayman was in call with me for like 6 hours picking out parts. Obviously I'm not adept with desktops at all, so I'm not putting it together myself. But we did like pick out the good parts and whatnot, and hopefully it came out to a pretty decent machine for what we paid for it. So at the very least, it should be well better than this laptop that I have right now, which is about to drive me insane because it takes anywhere from 30 to upwards of 60 seconds to open files. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but it's an absolute nightmare to edit videos on this thing. It takes a ton of time to render them, but that's not nearly as bad as Camtasia crashing because this thing is just getting old and it's just blah. That's not like the main reason I quit the GBA or anything, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to be coming back into it. But in general, being better capable of editing videos will be a good thing for actually, making videos on the channel. That's one of the reasons I haven't made very many lately, is because this computer, I kind of want to take my fist and punch it in the face, and by the face I mean the monitor, because that would be a great stress reliever for me, but I have not yet done it, mostly because that computer has not arrived yet. After it arrives, we'll see. The final pillar of the tech refresh that we are doing is to pick up an Elgato, an actual, capture card, a real one, not the Dazzle, which is over there. And the Dazzle is awful. Never, ever get a Dazzle. It's garbage. It's like getting a penny sleeve instead of an actual card sleeve. It's garbage. Paid way too much for that thing for what it's worth. It was useful for a few things, but it's bad. Now, I know what some of you are concerned about, which is that this channel is known for, like, we use, outdated technology, and it's all charming, but really the only part of that I'm really attached to is webcam for Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, and maybe some other stuff, but mostly Wi-Fi battles, because that's just how you do them, to me. Other stuff we might do with other things. The main thing we're going to do, and I guess this segues perfectly into what we got planned for series in the future. So something I've been meaning to do for, my word, 4 or 5 years, thereabouts. I'm looking at the box that it came in, that was shipped in. Right now, it's about 5 feet to my left. Battle Kid 2, Mountain of Torment. Battle Kid 1 was one of my favorite LPs that I've done on this channel. It was done with my camcorder pointed at my TV, which was very charming. It was funny. You got to see me like turn the volume up and down. The lighting was like super wonky on some of the parts of the game as a result of it, not directly capturing the video footage, but rather just like capturing what's on the screen. So that was a delightful LP. Battle Kid the movie is one of the best videos I've ever produced, so if you're so inclined, I'd recommend going and watching that if you can't get enough fill or you want to get hyped for this. This is a series that is many years in the making, and I've been waiting for the moment when I was at a good spot, like, I don't want to say in my life, like a good spot to be able to record and like enough privacy, I guess is what I'm saying, as well as actually have the capture card to be able to properly record it, because I really want to do this one justice, and that's really the main reason that I said I was going to do it this year, because I knew I was going to be able to get an Elgato at some point this year. And so that's going to happen this year, probably this fall, and hopefully we'll finish sometime this year. As far as the model of Elgato I'm probably just going to get the regular HD one, I guess. I know there's like, I think it's the HD60 and the HD60 Pro, which is the one that actually like mounts onto your motherboard, I think. But I don't need 60 FPS for one thing, because my eyes don't see at 60 FPS. Maybe I got those names wrong, but there's one that's like rounded and one that's like not rounded. I'm gonna get the older one that's not rounded, because that one actually has RCA cable hookups, and I'm gonna be playing like mostly NES games and older consoles that don't have HDMI. So I guess you could get like a HDMI to RCA cable converter, but I think I've heard those aren't actually that good, at least in conjunction with the Elgato, so whatever. I don't really need, my eyes see in like 480p 30 FPS, so whatever. Like, I don't even think I can output render at 60 FPS, much less upload to YouTube, so that's just not necessary. Anyway, so that's the only like video series I have planned. Ultra Sun and Moon are a thing. We don't know too much about them. I'm not going to get into them too much. Maybe when we get more information I'll have more thoughts on that. I'll express somewhere. The other series that we have ongoing is the Zirconian Battle Syndicate ZBS, which is not forgotten. It is just on super long hiatus. Some people are having major internet issues. Some people are like going through quarter-life crises. Conveniently enough, I'm like coming out of both of those in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully everyone else will get their ducks in a row and get stuff sorted out and be in a better spot, and we'll be able to pick that back up. because we're definitely interested in picking it back up. So if you're wondering where that is, that's where that is. So other possible plans, and this is where you guys get to come in and try to make decisions on this channel. So I got a couple of straw polls in the description, a couple of things I'm considering streaming. Some things are like I'm more leaning towards than others, so just because something gets the most votes doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be what I go with. Yeah, we got at least 4 or so that you guys can go down there and open the straw poll, and would you like to see this, yes or no? And don't feel like you have to vote yes on something. If all 4 or however many things are not something you want to see, then vote no, and I'll find like something else. So, but yeah, we'll just pick whichever one I'm most interested in at the time, and it gets the best reception out of you guys. So that will probably be starting up. When am I moving? I'm moving like mid-July, so probably late July, early August. I'm gonna hope to have myself situated in my new place, and I don't know where it's gonna be yet. I still gotta find that out. But hopefully it'll be somewhere with decent enough internet that I can use this new computer and start making videos and stuff again. That'd be great. So thank you guys very much for sticking with me through this rather long hiatus of not a whole lot of stuff going on the channel, but those tech upgrades are coming, and they should make for more videos coming in the future. Yeah, not as many of you as I would have liked unsubscribed when I retired from the GBA. So I wish some more of you would get on that, but oh well, I can't always get what I want. But hopefully you guys will get what you want, which is more videos, which is a weird thing to want, but there's plenty of them out there. But I'm gonna try to make some more for you guys in a couple of weeks. And with that, we have broken 10 minutes, so by a good bit actually. So that means we can call it a video. See you guys in the future, probably August if I had to guess, because something is bound to go wrong. I'm gonna forget something. Yeah, that's it. So we'll vote in the straw polls. I'll see you for some streams coming up, and maybe some other videos that I'll actually just record and post. So that'll be good. Until then, later days.